Welcome to the Jubilee celebration of the Catholic Diocese of Homa. We have made great steps towards liturgy. And as you really understand the meaning of liturgy is really the worship of the Supreme Being by the created being. Therefore, it is our life. Every day, part of our life is just to celebrate the goodness of God. We celebrate in different ways, and more so as Catholics, through the liturgical celebration, the celebration of the Eucharist, which we call the Eucharist, the Mass. We have made great steps since we started this diocese. At early moments, we did not have committees to help us to go through, but we have managed to have parish liturgical committees. We have managed to have binary liturgy committees. But right now, we have the diocesan liturgy committee helping us to organize for the celebration of the liturgy every now and again in our lives. So I do welcome you all, for we have come to celebrate the goodness of the Lord during this Jubilee celebration. May God bless Homa Diocese, may God bless our bishop, may God bless everybody.
Thanks to Bishop Right Reverend Philip Anyolo and the diocesan leadership for spearheading this reflection on the vision and mission, the growth and development activities in the future of the Catholic Diocese of Homa Bay. Homa Bay Catholic Diocese is located southwest of Kenya and is committed to remaining a diocese where Christians are transformed by the light of the gospel to grow in faith, hope and charity. It was established 25 years ago from the Diocese of Kisii on December 31st, 1993, with Right Reverend Linus Okoko Kwach as its founding bishop. The Right Reverend Bishop Philip Anyolo is the second and the current bishop since 2003. For him, helping Christians deepen their faith is a key to evangelization. Since his appointment, Bishop Anyolo has created many new parishes in the diocese, bringing the gospel faith closer to the people. He's keen on youth evangelization to bring them closer to God because he sees a lot of hope in the youth in the diocese.
This parish is actually a Jubilee parish because it is created during the Jubilee year. I'm very grateful for His Lordship, the Bishop of Homa Bay, for having appointed me to this parish.
And looking at it from this short time that it has been, you see it has gone very fast. And what should be continued to be done is to help the Christians, people of God, to deepen their faith, to make it look and go deep into their lives. You know, we say the one who has rooted faith is like a tree which has its own roots in heaven and the branches are facing down. We are seeing an example of Christians like that in whichever parish we go in these 42 parishes, and that grants all the reason why we continue creating parishes, in the sense that Christianity and the service of the church should be very close to the people, but in the sense also that we have young people who, unlike in the olden times, are not able to move into long distances to look for Sunday or any other days and other worship activities. So they want to be close to where they are.
Having served the diocese close to 15 years, the Right Reverend Bishop Anyolo is now the Archbishop-elect for the Archdiocese of Kisumu, where he is set to relocate to early next year, 2019.
I have had wonderful experiences in the Diocese of Homa Bay. Actually, I'm a homegrown now Christian because of the experiences that I have had in the Diocese of Homa Bay. They make me who I am. They mold me to be who I am. And if I'm going anywhere as a bishop, again transferred, I'm going with the spirituality of the Diocese of Homa Bay.
In 2009, the Kenya Population and Housing Census estimated that by the end of 2012, Homa Bay County will have an estimated population of 1,038,858 people, 48% men and 52% women. The number was projected to rise to 1,117,181 people by 2017. In Migori County, it was estimated that by the end of 2012, the population of people was going to be 917,171 people, 48.6% men and 51.4% women. The number was expected to grow to 1,243,272 people by 2017. By 2017, the whole Catholic population in Homa Bay Diocese was approximately 650,000 out of the total population of 2,420,453 people. Homa Bay Catholic Diocese has 84 priests, 6 deaneries: Asumbi, Mawego, Mirogi, Tonga, Isbania, and Rapogi. There are 42 parishes with 1,989 active small Christian communities. The Catholic Diocese of Homa Bay covers an area of 6,863.6 kilometers squared, inclusive of the water surface of 1,705 kilometers squared. The Catholic Church is structured and charismatic. In realizing its mission in Homa Bay Diocese, the clergy and the religious men and women work together. Since its beginning in 1993, there were a few religious congregations present in the Diocese of Homa Bay, but for the last 25 years, the number of religious congregations have increased. Most of them are women's congregations and a few men congregations.
We at the moment are numbering over 400 sisters scattered all over Kenya and beyond. The bulk of it is within the Homa Bay Diocese. That is, over 100 sisters are working in that diocese. That is where our mother house is situated. That is where the administration house called Generalate is situated. I live in the Generalate. Our work in Homa Bay is mostly teaching and health care. We are answering to what we call in the church charism. And our charism, in a nutshell, is joyful compassion of God, given to us by God Himself to pass it on to His people. We also work in the bishop's office as secretaries, organizing his house. We make sure he eats. Apart from that, we also do direct evangelization in the pastoral sector of the diocese. We have worked there from the day we were started, in 1936.
For the past 25 years, the Catholic Diocese of Homa Bay has been focused on various pastoral and social development ministries to benefit the spiritual life of all its faithfuls in Homa Bay and Migori counties. Since its foundation and today, the Catholic Diocese of Homa Bay is proud of various achievements.
We break down the units into teachable units.
In all the schools that I visited, you are impressed. One is impressed to see at what ease and with which ease the young people are able to embrace the social and scientific knowledge and to implement it and to interpret it in their own activities. That's why we have quite a number of students here who are studying universities. We have a number of students here who are studying higher level of studies studies, and it is something that we can tap into. It's a resource that looked at from the point of view of God who created us to know Him, to love Him, and to serve Him, can help the Diocese of Homa Bay spread all over in the whole world as an agent of evangelization. Finally, the aspect of vocation to holiness. We want to encourage that these two major vocations go on: the vocation to marriage, the vocation to family life. A human, biological, physical family life should be encouraged, because it is only in the family and it's only with the family that we can start learning the aspects of human growth, the aspects of being a human person, the aspects of belonging to a bigger family, which is the family of God.
Other development initiatives include touch of livelihoods, environmental protection, poverty alleviation, youth development, HIV and AIDS mitigation, disease control, and the practice of good hygiene. Caritas Homa Bay is a department of the Catholic Diocese of Homa Bay, which handles the social economic development program, whose objective is to transform livelihoods and to empower local communities to engage in productive and self-sustaining activities in consonance with the call of church to be a dispenser of God's love. Caritas programs in the diocese focus on capacity building for strengthened governance and accountability, humanitarian work for improved emergencies response, livelihoods for improved sustenance, women and gender development for equality in the sharing of resources and benefits, and information, research and advocacy for lobbying for poor legislation and policies to support vulnerable groups.
Caritas is the wing of the church that dispenses God's love. Actually, the word Caritas means love, because our faith is not exteriorized. It cannot be true faith without actions. And that is why the Catholic Church takes it seriously that while we preach the gospel of Christ to the people, we take charge to, or we show concern to, for their other needs, their socio-economic problems, the different issues that they may have. We are currently running projects we at the moment run Mwendo OVC, which is funded by USAID. This is a project that helps orphans. We also have other projects at Caritas Homa Bay, like integrated project for people with physical disabilities. We have a number of projects, actually 3 projects, under agriculture and environment program, where we are helping with research in the best varieties of resilient grains for food security. We have a project that under Catholic Justice and Peace Commission, which deals especially with reconciliation and with justice and peace in communities, with issues on advocacy, with issues on training, for example, the citizenry, so that they understand their rights.
Majority of the Catholics in Homa Bay Diocese are women. Therefore, focus is on the development of women leaders to become agents for mobilizing other women to contribute to church development. The diocese commitment energizes the laity in both the parishes, small Christian communities, and various groups and associations such as the Youth, Pontifical Missionary Childhood, PMC, the Catholic Men and Catholic Women Associations to front evangelization.
Our group is a prayerful group, so we meet at parish level and do different things at our parishes. Mothers have various activities at the parish level. We have those who have their table banking. We have those who have their merry-go-round. Some have tents and chairs for their income generating activity. At parish level, we sell laces and headscarves to provide us with the finances when we attend meetings. We also have sweaters that we brought recently that has been of great assistance to us.
Catholic Women Association, our motto is to be strong in faith. That means to be prayerful. We desist from bad behavior like alcoholism and drug abuse. We also role model children to become good Christians, and we strengthen families. We give social support to our members. We are connected, and we have a lot of love for our group.
CWA kae baseneno gik mang'eny motimo, ka nitie ng'ama miyo machandore maonge kata nyanga manyalo rwako kata sabun moluokogo, to wachoko gimoro matin to wadhi after lemo, to wadhi to wavisitego to waterone. Kendo ka ng'ato be onge nanga marwako, bende wachoko pesa to wanyalo ng'iewone kata nanga, kata joma nigi negni golo lewni to wating'o to waterone to wadhi wasomo misa kanyo.
We also have challenges as members of the Catholic Association. Poverty has also affected us at the diocese level. Members are not able to meet the contribution we contribute at parish level and even at the diocese because of poverty. Another challenge we have, some of our members sometimes fall sick, and it is very expensive for them, and therefore they don't continue as members. Sometimes some end up dying. So those are a few challenges we have met.
Let go of the boat! You will die!
We are ready to die!
You will die!
Afraid of death?
The Saints of Paul's proudly presents eternal sin. Journey with us.
Apart from the activities of church activities like spiritual adoration and retreat, we also do theater. We also improve or expose the talent of the young youths in Homa Bay Diocese with such activities like music and festival. And this year, we got a privilege to compete with other parishes in the diocese. And for the God grace, we were #1 in every item we performed.
The focus of pastoral ministry in Homa Bay Diocese is to reach out and to touch lives of all the children of God living within the jurisdiction of the diocese.
As the Swahili saying says, samaki mkunje ungali mbichi. We want to start training these young people to pray while they are young. We also train them to start knowing how to give to the church as young as they are, so that when they grow up, they know that it is their responsibility to support the church, to pray, and also to help others.
I come from Tonga Parish. I, being as a missionary children, I thank God. He may help all these missionary children who are sick. May He bless them and guide all people.
I come from wrong. When I enter PMC will help me to be a sister. I will like to help poor children and poor family.
PMC members have grown largely because of the support that we get from our priests, our Lord Bishop, and the animators, who from time to time try to assist these children, especially when we meet as a group in the diocese. Each parish in the diocese has PMCs who have been enrolled and are fully members of the PMC.
Apart from establishing parishes informed by its own background, the Catholic Diocese of Homa Bay, being an agent of social development, has several established schools and health facilities like Kasumbi Teachers College, Mawego Technical Training Institute, St. Anthony Youth Training Center Karungu, Asumbi Girls High School, St. Joseph Mission Hospital, and School of Nursing in Migori.
Welcome to Asumbi Teachers College. In this college, we train teachers, the P1 teachers, and as a college, we have a mandate to give and train holistic teachers who will effectively implement the primary school curriculum and provide regular curriculum support materials. We have our core values as integrity, professionalism, teamwork, innovativeness, courtesy, confidentiality, fidelity to the law, and respect for human dignity. My role as a chaplain is to bring the young ones and the workers, together with the teachers, closer to God. Here in school, we also give counseling. In this school, we admit people from different areas all over the country. In the spirit of the Jubilee, we are happy because the church has really helped us to see us through, and we pray that we may all join the diocese in celebrating their Jubilee.
At Mawego, we are a Catholic-sponsored institution. We offer various programs in TVET, that is technical training, engineering, business, and ICT, applied sciences. We train at diploma level, certificate level, and artisan. Most of our graduates get employed in industries, engineering firms, road constructions.
Close to 80% of the population in the counties of Homa Bay and Migori falls below 30 years. Youth aged between 15 and 30 years comprise about 30% and 49% respectively in Homa Bay and Migori counties. Therefore, both the county government, the diocese, and other development partners need to invest more resources in order to adequately cater for the increasing demands of the youth. The diocese contributes to the national and county education sector by running a number of educational and training institutions. Knowledge acquired through education empowers youth with intellectual capacity to pursue life skills and employment. In view of large pupil population, the diocese collaborates with county administration on educational matters.
Our diocese has two wings, the pastoral wing and the development wing, also known as Caritas. And in the wing of education, the diocese has done a lot to many people for the past 25 years. We have schools, although they do the normal programs, the curriculum that is done by the government, but we also insist on the Christian values that go a long way in helping our people be integrated into society. We do not just want the people who are academically excellent, but the moral values are wanting or lacking. So we promote an education that is all-encompassing so that when one leaves and comes out into society, they easily integrate with the society.
Different religious congregations present in the Catholic Homa Bay Diocese do different apostolates. Some are engaged in the health sector, education, and various social apostolates. Father Tobias Otieno is the vicar responsible for all the religious in the Homa Bay Diocese. He coordinates all the activities of the religious in the diocese.
In our celebration of 25 years, the message that I can give to urge religious is that we are part and parcel of a diocese. We must give the diocese the spiritual vitality through our charisms. Passionists, they are the co-founder of the diocese. They are the ones that built this diocese when it was still in Kisii, together with the Mill Hills. And on this wing of the women religious, it was the Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph Asumbi Sisters. So Passionists and the Franciscan Sisters of St. Joseph Asumbi, they are like the missionary of the diocese. Through their work, they invited other congregations. Chameleon fathers came in with the impetus of running hospital and at the same time on the pastoral mission running the parishes. We have also some missionaries in the island, like the Capuchin. Others are engaged in education, like brothers' congregations. They are very instrumental in the diocese because through the brothers' congregations, they are running technical schools, which in the normal language we call them the village polytechnic or vocational training centers. They also run secondary school and primary schools, where they also help the less fortunate in the society. One of them is in Oyugi Sikri. Female congregations are also not left out. They are helping in health, they are helping in education, they are helping in orphanages, helping the orphans to realize that they are also human beings. sisters, that is medical missionary sisters, who engaged majorly on the health. And if you get the turnout that they are receiving, is wonderful in that sector. Ivrea sisters were also engaged in the work of social, health and orphanage. And they are doing a lot. Some are engaged in education, like Blessed Virgin Sisters. So they are seriously working in education, promoting girl child and boy child together. And all these are not only for the congregation, but they are for the good of the whole diocese.
St. Joseph's Mission Hospital is one of the major projects of the Catholic Diocese of Homa Bay. One of our vision in our facility is that we want to be the modern center of excellence in the performance, in the provision of healthcare services to all in the Catholic faith. That is why there is that link between the St. Joseph's Mission Hospital, Migori, and the Catholic Diocese of Homa Bay.
Aging priests need decent homes where they can retire to after selflessly serving the church. Unlike many of the Christians they serve, they do not go back to their homes or families when they retire because their family is the church. The growing number of aging priests is a reality which the church in Kenya has to deal with. As Christians, we must wake up to the fact that priests are human. They grow old, fall ill, and get fatigued. In Homa Bay Diocese, the clergy house at the Lokshombita is complete and will be officially open in January 2019 by His Grace Archbishop Philip Anyolo. Although only Father John Anditi is at the moment in retirement, sooner or later the number of retired priests in Homa Bay Diocese will increase. Father Onditi has been residing at Rapoge High School chaplaincy with all the inconveniences. Therefore, the diocese thought of a retirement house for its clergy, and Mbita Parish was the preferred choice.
Retirement comes with a lot of loneliness and encourages Christians and fellow priests to be paying them visit. In Africa, the elderly are held in particular veneration. And then they are not banished from families or marginalized as in other cultures. On the contrary, they are esteemed and perfectly integrated within their families. A comfortable retirement house would be a befitting gift to priests who have given all their lives to the service of the church. All Christians of goodwill and fellow priests must purpose to visit aging and ailing priests as often as possible. That way they feel valued and cherished. Even now they should do now. Now they say, am I the only person who will become old? Old. Eh? All of us are old. When you ask for your age, you ask how old are you, not how young are you.
For Africans, we have undergone so many things. Malaria came, it never finished us. Wars have come from Europe, from all over. They have never finished as South African, the pigment we have as black. Even in the marriages have come, they have not finished the pigment of an African person. Many things you can count. Water, floods, hunger, and everything have come. They have never finished the pigment of an African. And we still go on. HIV/AIDS has come. We are now in the process of awareness of overcoming it. We are taking upon it seriously. And we are sure that with the assistance that we get, we shall overcome this thing. Our hope should be that we should live forever. We should live strongly. And this pigment that God has created as an African pigment be indicative of God's own miraculous presence among his own creation, total creation, humanity and everything else. So for that reason, I wanted to ask my people of Homa Bay to take care of the common good that we have. The natural environment. We have Laudato Si, which the Holy Father has invited us to think about. We have also an invitation which he gave us also to think about loving one another in our families, so as to grow as human persons. So I want to believe that Homa Bay, we have a wonderful mission. We have a wonderful mandate. Mandate is to arise and evangelize.
Financially, we have challenges of running the diocese with the contributions that come from the Christians, and donations from abroad have gone down or have completely almost stopped. I think the cooperation from Christians is enormous, but there is need for improvement from our parishioners to contribute more to the development of the diocese.
In view with our celebration of the Silver Jubilee, 25 years, a message to all the priests, the Christians, that we need to work together. And where we have reached, we really want to encourage those years coming that our parishes grow stronger in faith. Secondly, we want to encourage our parishes to be self-reliant.
Since the creation of Homa Bay Diocese 25 years ago, as we celebrate the Jubilee of the Diocese, the seminary has still been serving many young people, and it has been going on well. Given that it was established several years ago, actually 62 years ago, the buildings need a lot of renovation as they are leaking, but the wall is intact. We also have other challenges concerning the teacher turnover, given that when the Teacher Service Commission is recruiting new teachers, they get from among our teachers. So we register a low number of students joining the seminary, but the church has also put some bottlenecks in joining the seminary, which is good anyway, because we need people who have the right intention as they join the seminary for initial formation towards ministry.